Hey guys, coming to you with a quick ab workout today. I'm going to be showing you from an angle so hopefully you can see everything that's going on. We're going to start laying on your back with your knees bent, feet flat, and in a neutral pelvis, so you have your two hip bones, pubic bone, all in the same plane. We're going to think about closing through the rib cage. Hands are going to come behind the head, elbows slightly lifted. Now we're going to start with just a little curl up. So slide the rib cage down, curl the upper body up. We're trying to maintain that neutral pelvis, and we're just starting with a hold to find those abs. If the hands behind the head feel a little too much right now, you can reach the fingers towards the front of the room, and that's just going to give you a little extra energy for that curl. Still trying to maintain that neutral pelvis. You'll hold for about 5 slow, deep breaths. And then you'll gently bring yourself all the way back down. If you've reached those hands forward, they'll come back behind the head. Think just fingertips, and we're gonna start to curl up and down. So finding that same curl that you had for the hold, and now we're just moving back and forth in that range of motion. As we come down, the rib cage is still staying closed. You're gonna take 8, and once you've done 8, you're going to hold it up, and then we're gonna take little pulses farther up. So thinking just about the up, you'll naturally come back down, so we don't have to think about the down. Just little extra pulses for 8. And then you'll bring it down. Inhale, exhale, float that right leg into table, and you'll take the same thing. So full range of motion. Exhale, curling up, still maintaining that neutral pelvis. Thinking about even weight through both sides of the pelvis as well. Sometimes we shift slightly when we lift one leg up, so making sure we're even. Once you've taken your 8, you'll hold that up, and we'll take those added little pulses. For 8, 7, 6, rib cage slides down, neck is long. You have 2 more, and 1, bring the head down. Inhale the right leg down. Exhale, float the left leg up. Start with that full range of motion. Exhale, curl. You'll notice that it's just fingertips behind the head so that we're not pulling on the neck, but we're just supporting the weight of the head so that the neck can stay as relaxed as possible. Feeling the belly button pulling toward the spine. Elbows are slightly forward so that we're not hyperextending through the ribs. Once you've taken your 8, you'll hold it up, little pulses. For 3, 4, make sure you're breathing. Pelvis is still neutral. Bring the head down. Inhale, exhale, float the right leg into table to join the left. You can squeeze those legs together for a little added inner thigh engagement, starting with the full range of motion. Especially with both legs up, right? We want to think about closing the rib cage as we curl and as we come down. For lower abs, we can think about zipping up a tight pair of jeans to keep the lower abs engaged. Belly button pulls towards the spine. Once you've taken your 8, you'll hold that up, and you'll give me those little pulses. 2, 3, 4, 4 more. 3, 2, 1, bring that down. You can bring one leg down, other leg down, and then the arms are going to reach long. For the next few, we're gonna keep the head down. So ladies, if you have a ponytail, and you might need to shift the hair tie a little so the neck can stay long. Legs float into table. And we're starting with just a lower ab crunch, so collarbone is wide, fingers reaching long. We tuck the tailbone under, pull the belly button toward the spine, and gently lift the pelvis up off of the mat. You'll notice that the pelvis doesn't lift super, super high, right? We want to lift with control and lower with control, so we're only going as high up as we can control back down so that we avoid kind of plopping our tailbone back down onto the mat. We're going to take 10 of those there, trying to keep the neck relaxed and the shoulders wide. Then we're adding a double toe dip in. So you'll dip both feet down, belly button toward the spine, take a little pause, and then that lower ab crunch. The reason we want that little pause there after the toe dip is so that we can avoid the urge to use temptation, to use momentum to pull that back up, right? It is very tempting. So you'll have 10 there. Every time you take that lower ab crunch, you can think about lifting through the lower abs and reaching those fingers a little bit farther towards the front of the room. Using that exhale as you curl. Then once you've done your 10 there, we're going to go to a single leg with a lift, and then switching with a lift. And doing one leg at a time just allows us to focus in on each oblique a little bit more. So as that left leg reaches away, that left oblique has to engage a little bit more, right? As the right leg reaches away, right oblique has to engage a little bit more. Still trying to keep the pelvis from rocking side to side as we alternate from one side to the next. Using that exhale, still controlling on the way down, still trying to keep the front of the neck relaxed and the shoulders away from the ears. We're gonna take 10 of these. You could always do more if you felt like it. And then pausing those legs in table, we're gonna curl the upper body up. Dip the toes to the right side of the mat, bring them to table, then to the left and to table. Now, if your neck is feeling tight, you can keep the head down. And we're just gonna alternate, reaching kind of diagonally down with those toes, finishing off those obliques. Again, I'm taking 10, but if you want to do more, you are absolutely welcome. Right? We're not taking much of a break in between any of these exercises, so you should feel a decent amount of ab burn there. From there, legs extend out, they bend in, we're bringing that little extra crunch back. Extend out, bend them just into table, extra crunch. If you want added intensity, you could extend those legs a little lower as you extend them out before that extra crunch. If the back is feeling tight, you could extend the legs straight up rather than out on the diagonal. Use that exhale as you add that extra crunch, and remember to lower down with control, so only crunching up as high as you can without feeling like you have to plop back down. And we're gonna take 10 of those, using that exhale, really wrapping through those ribs. And from there, one foot down, other foot down, upper body comes down, and that's your quick 10-minute ab sequence. I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know if you have any questions. Bye.